Hello everyone, my name is Axel and welcome back to the Lovecraftian Video Game Retrospective. Welcome to Horror in Darkness. Horror in Darkness is a mobile adventure game in which you take the role of a private detective from New England. You just came back from World War II and you agreed to help the widow of a veteran friend of yours, which does include investigating a spooky mansion. The game is a classic adventure game, and it's based on text adventures, but instead of forcing you to type in everything manually, the game does give you a limited amount of commands you can use, more like the interface of a point-and-click adventure, as well as always highlights what parts of your environment and what items you can interact with. So instead of having to enter everything manually and potentially getting stuck because you don't know what phrase to enter, even though you do know what you want your main character to do, the game makes life a little bit easier, and it's overall quite well designed with regard to gameplay and its interface. The game doesn't have any graphics, but the font and the overall design look quite pleasant, so as far as a text adventure with no illustrations goes, the game looks fairly well. The game is not too long, but the puzzles aren't too difficult, so it's unlikely that you will get stuck too often. But even if you do, there is a hint function. So if you do get stuck with a puzzle, because there are a couple of puzzles that aren't 100% logical in my opinion, but they aren't really too bad, you can resort to the help function and won't get stuck. The game has overall a pretty good atmosphere. The descriptions could be a little bit longer, but they are quite neat, and the Lovecraftian elements you encounter are woven in quite nicely. My only real complaint is that the game's ending feels a little bit rushed, and it does feel a little bit linear, where the other part of the game is a bit more exploration based, and that actually was one of the most fun parts of the game, just walking around, reading the descriptions and exploring the mansion, even though not everything you find and not every item you can get is actually necessary to solve the game. Nevertheless, I do give this game a recommendation. It is free, so you can check it out without having to invest anything, and if you're not adverse to adventure games, I do recommend that you do check it out. Even if you don't like text adventures, don't be intimidated by this game. It is text adventure-like, but its interface and overall design is much more user-friendly, so you should give it a shot nevertheless. One last remark, there are two versions of this game, the Redux version and the regular version. The Redux version is a later re-release, which does implement some improvements from later games from the same studios, such as a fast travel function, but the non-Redux version is nevertheless still available, but I highly recommend that you do get the Redux version. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.